everyone, it's me again, Sam. As you may notice, I'm going to try something a little different this time by doing a voiceover. Hopefully, it will be okay and you guys will enjoy it, and I will have some fun too. So, today I want to talk to you about how you can write with depression and anxiety. I'm going to share some of the tips and tricks that I do and that help me so that hopefully they will help you. Maybe some of these ideas you haven't thought of before and you want to try them and they will help you. I have suffered with depression and anxiety for several years now. I was first diagnosed with depression as a teenager. If it was right before college, senior year in high school, I do believe. Anxiety came a little bit later, or I wasn't really diagnosed with it until much later, I should say, and that was about 7 years ago. I, of course, have tried several different things such as meditation, yoga, exercise, not that you can really tell it, and just anything I can kind of get my hands on. I've read many different books, I've tried different techniques, and it seems to be working. Sometimes I have to make little adjustments as my anxiety and depression get worse, or new things come up to cause me anxiety, or I am no longer faced with what once caused me anxiety and can move on to something else. Whenever I get to where I am very depressed or I am very anxious, it is difficult for me to write at times. It's almost like a writer's block, if you believe in that. It's just where you sit down and you write and you stare at a blank page. And then if you're like me, your mind starts going into all kinds of different little things. It goes into berating you on not being able to write. Why haven't you filled this page yet? It's been 2 hours. What are you doing? Sometimes my mind goes into every little detail about every embarrassing moment I have had in my entire life. Usually this happens when I try to fall asleep, but sometimes it's when I'm staring at a blank page. Other times it's work. You might be able to get a few words out and they're just horrid. You can't understand what you have written. You don't know why you're doing this. You need that perfection. You need to be good enough. You don't understand why you're not like your favorite authors, why you can't write like them. That, my friends, is what I call the beast named anxiety. So, my anxiety monster, I have made it look ugly. It is a slobbering mass of muscle and darkness and evil, and just it whispers to me all the time. The tools that I use are, I visualize as a muzzle, as tape around the muzzle, as a leash, as a cage, something, anything that can help me take that monster and put it away. These 5 tools are what has helped me muzzle anxiety and push away the depression enough to where I can get words out, or to where I'm feeling better about myself. So I might still be depressed, but it's not as bad as it once was. I've climbed up out of the well a little bit. One is I create a list to do for the week. Now, sometimes lists can be causes of anxiety because you start writing them out and you realize how much you have to do. This is why I do not do a daily list. Daily lists scare me. I hate them. A weekly list, while still scary, is not as bad as a daily one. You have 7 days to finish this list. You have 24 hours in each day, technically 23 hours and however many minutes, but let's not get scientific about this. You have 24 hours in each day. So it's not as daunting. It's not going to riddle you with anxiety. The beast is not going to get bigger. It's not going to break out of what little stick cage you managed to have it in order to create this list. I try not to have over 15 items on this list. I'll actually share with you this week's list, okay? I have 4 projects, and I want to work on each of those projects this week. So I have work in progress 1, and right beside it, I have the numbers 1 through 4. That is the number of hours I want to work on that particular project this week. So I want to work on 4 projects, 4 hours each. That's 16 hours. Whenever I complete an hour, I get to mark off the 1. When I complete the second hour, I get to mark off the 2. You get the idea. The act of marking these off helps me get rid of the anxiety. It helps me feel better about myself. So I dig myself up out of the well just a little bit more. And usually I get into some momentum and I start able to do the rest of the things on my list. I am currently reading Save the Cat. So I have a 1, 2, 3 beside Read Save the Cat, which depicts the sections because I am in the long chapter 2 for those of you that have read it. As soon as I finish a section, as soon as I work on it on my projects that I'm currently working on, I mark off the 1, 2, 3. I also want to write 5,000 words. Now you may say that's just repetitive of you working on your works in progress. Yes, I know. I also blog, so I can count those words into the 5K word section of the list. So I have 1 through 5 listed out, and as soon as I finish 1,000 words, I get to mark out those numbers. I also have call mom. I also have call my sister. I have mopping, cleaning the bathroom, creating a video, shooting, editing, and posting it. And I also have the blog post. That is all that I have for the list of this week so far. I might add a few other things in there, like if something comes up, like if I need to, I don't know, go get tires fixed or something, then I'll add that in there. It's simple. It's easy. It's not going to put more anxiety on me. It's kind of a push to suck it up and do it, but it still lacks enough that you don't start stressing, or at least I don't. My second tip is to write a prompt. Usually when you're depressed, you can't even work on your project that you have right now. It's not doing it for you. So pulling up a prompt usually helps out. It kind of jumpstarts your creativity a little bit. It pushes that depression and anxiety to the side because you're having to think on something else. It's a distraction. And with a prompt, you're not striving for the perfection that you would if you were working on a project. You can write as horribly as you want, and it won't matter because you don't have the pressure of somebody possibly seeing this in the future. Now, of course, that can completely change if you like the idea that you have come up with the prompt and you want to write it later, but let's not think about that as you're trying to get out of the well, okay? Or cage up the monster. Number 3, I read craft books and watch craft videos. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be writing craft videos or writing craft books. This could also be something to do with one of your other hobbies. I crochet, for example. So watching a crochet video, a how to crochet something, has always helped me get a little bit out of the mindset that I'm in. And it shows me that I can do that and somebody will enjoy it. You are also working to better yourself whenever you're watching these videos or reading these books. So you can basically tell anxiety to shove it and put a muzzle on it because you are bettering yourself. You are striving for perfection. And you are still working towards your project because these craft videos and craft books help you on your project. 4, I listen to music. Honestly, I listen to music almost constantly. It is something that comforts me. If music is not a comfort to you, I'm sorry, this idea will not work for you. I do often create a playlist during my depressive stage, my depressive moment, my anxiety moment, that stirs other feelings within me. It stirs anger or the feeling of being able to accomplish something, the go-getting feeling. And I lose myself in it. I shut out all other thoughts and I just write what comes to me. It's almost a stream of consciousness, which goes into idea number 5, or tool number 5 that I have in my repertoire, which is a mind dump. Now, this is just me getting all those negative thoughts, those negative feelings out. It is me writing all of them down so that once I get them down, I can get it away from me. Once they are out on a piece of paper or in a computer document, they are no longer mine. Now, granted, they may rear their ugly heads again later on, but for right now, they're away. They are on a piece of paper. They're not mine. I do not focus on them again. You have to have the ability to, as soon as you get them out and get them done, you shut it out. You shut it down. This takes a lot of practice. It has taken me years to be able to do this. Mind dumping is, I think about what's worrying me. And I hate to talk about this, but COVID-19, okay? It's been on my mind. I've been worried about my family. I've been worried about me. I've been worried about my friends because, let's face it, this stuff is dangerous. And I wrote it down and I threw it away from me. My anxiety has a way of projecting the worst. My parents contracting COVID-19 and dying from it. Both of them have really bad hearts. My mom's a smoker. My dad had a sextuple bypass surgery 2 years ago. I mean, if they contracted this stuff, it would likely kill them. And my anxiety projected that, and it made me play through that scenario over and over and over and over again. So I wrote that out on a piece of paper, then I ripped it up and I threw it away, and I haven't thought about it since. I haven't let my anxiety play that to me again. Again, it takes a lot of practice and it takes a lot of time to get into the mindset to do that. Any of these do. Remember what that tool is for. Don't put more pressure on yourself. Don't get to where you're creating more for your anxiety to feed on. You don't want to feed the beast. You want to cage it. You want to push it away. You want to starve it to death. Okay? But yeah, just be kind to yourself. There are going to be days where you need a break, and maybe that is what your depression and anxiety is telling you. You need to learn how to love yourself through all of this. That is tool number 6, technically, I guess. I lied to you again. It's not 5 tools, it's 6 tools. I do not love myself very well. Only the narcissist of us love ourselves, I guess. You gotta learn yourself piece by piece. Just learn to give yourself a little bit of slack, know your limits, and learn what tools will help you. If you have any tools that help you through depression and anxiety and writing with it, please list them down below. They will probably be a great help to me or someone else out there. Also, if you want to try one of these tools, post that down below. Let's hold each other accountable. Let's keep each other checked. I want you guys to take care of yourselves as well. And I worry about you. I know we don't know each other very well, but you're people just like me, and we got to care for one another. This world of me, and only my stuff matters is old. We need to start taking care of each other again. So I hope you like this video, and I hope you like this new technique that I'm trying. Hopefully some of these ideas have helped. Keep writing, Stay healthy and happy, and stay safe, please. And I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe.